This video is brought to you by World Random. Here are 10 interesting facts about Samoa and Samoans you probably don't know about. Number 1. Samoa was the last place on Earth to see the sun set. For over a century, the westernmost point of the planet known as Cape Mulinu, located in the big island of Savaii, was the last place on Earth to see the sun go down. Its residents and tourists often gather at Cape Mulinu, and watch the sun go down whilst drinking some fresh coconut water. Now that's what I call paradise. Number 2. Samoa skipped a day. That's right, in 2011 on the 29th of December. Samoa had announced that they will be skipping the 30th of December to jump westwards across the international date line to align with their trade partner, New Zealand. Fun fact. New Zealand is the first place on Earth to see the sun rise. I'll get into that in the next video. Number 3. War. Although there was considered to be various village and land wars that were unaccounted for between ancient Samoans and Polynesians, there were also contemporary wars between the US, who united with the British to shell, machine gun, and occupy Samoa. Hundreds, perhaps thousands, of Samoans, including women and children, were killed by the Anglo-Americans over 3 months in 1899. It is a story that is not taught in Samoa simply because London and Washington were able to divide and arm Samoans against themselves. Number 4. Independence. Samoa was the first island nation in the Pacific to gain independence in 1962, where they joined the Commonwealth of Nations on the 28th of August 1970. While independence was achieved at the beginning of January, Samoa annually celebrates the 1st of June as its Independence Day. Number 5. Bone density and muscle mass. Samoans and other Polynesians have been found to have significantly higher bone density than that of a normal human being, 20% higher than the average European according to a study executed in 2016. Not only bone density but muscle mass as well. This could have been an adaptation to survive open sea journeys across the Pacific. Large muscle mass can generate heat through activity, and also larger bodies retain heat better than small ones. Possible cultural selection. Muscularity and strength are much admired traits in Polynesian society, hence mate selection would favor those. Number 6. Tattoos. There is no doubt that Samoan tattoos and motifs have gained macro recognition from all over the world due to exposure from professional Samoan athletes like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Roman Reigns, Sonny Bill Williams, etc. From more modern-style Samoan tattoos, to more traditional tattoos like the ones that cover the torso and belly button area, right through to the kneecaps. There is also a traditional tattoo for the Samoan women known as the malu. The malu is less intense, covering the upper thigh down to the lower thigh. Number 7. Traditional tools and weapons. Samoa is a place rich in culture and ancestry, so there is no doubt that the Samoans of today have been able to maintain and keep old traditional practices alive, despite facing regulations and limitations that were essentially conducted by the missionaries. Tools and practices that still exist in the Samoan culture today include the Fa Samoa, or the Samoan way, tattoos using traditional tools like the sharpened shark tooth, war clubs and machetes like the nifor or te, kava ceremony, which is a ceremony welcoming guests and special visitors, and the ifongus, the Samoan way of seeking forgiveness, where the opposing individual or group that has done any wrong or harm is required to sit or kneel in front of the house of the forgiver, using a traditional fine mat to cover yourself. You will know when the forgiver has forgiven you when they remove the fine mat off of you. This can take hours to days, or even weeks, which can be quite deadly for the person begging for forgiveness. Number 8. Land ownership. Unlike most countries, the land of Samoa belongs to the original inhabitants. This means that a landowner could have land that had belonged to their parents, grandparents, and any family before them. About 90% of the land is communally owned by aga, which is family. The existing tenure law on communal lands prohibits alienation of any real property except freehold land to any person whose blood is less than 1/2 Samoan. Number 9. Spirits and ghosts. Spirits are talked about a lot within the Samoan community, as they are very superstitious people. There has claimed to be many ghostly encounters reported from the locals. If you go to Samoa, you will find that Samoans have very strict demands that are followed by the believers of these itu or ghost. These demands include tying your hair up at night, not wearing ses or flowers in your ear at night, looking at your reflection at night, combing your hair at night, etc. This is because a spirit who is rather friendly than malevolent, known as Telesa. Telesa is a spirit who envy women with long luscious hair and is well known by the Samoans. Number 10. Happy people. Overall, the Samoans are well known and described as the happy people. The term happy people was how Captain Cook had described the island nation, despite being called the savages who were hostile towards Cook and his crew members. And although Samoans can look physically scary, I guarantee you they are some of the nicest people on earth. Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this video of Samoa and its people. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos similar to this. Thank you for watching.